Oh, yeah, I see it. So you guys see the screen that has my hands on it? That's the screen you guys want to pin. So if everyone can just pin that really quick. Okay. All right. So first thing you guys are going to need to do, you need your piece of 8x10 cardboard or whatever size you have. Okay. And then the other thing I'm going to ask you guys to do is to put some blue paint on your palette, or whatever you're using, a paper plate, whatever it is, and a little bit of white paint, like the smallest amount of white paint. So if you guys could do that really fast.
I need my paint palette.
What?
I need my.
Okay. Right. And then once you get your paint on your palette, just show it to me so I know that we're ready to start.
Yeah, I guess so, right? Maybe a little more.
I'll just show them my palette.
Perfect day to do art, huh?
Lighter colors.
I love a rainy day.
This is just to do that.
Great, Maya. Great, Lily.
Is that enough white?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's good. But can you also put a little bit of white separately, like in another palette, another well in your palette?
Okay. What should I say to put?
A little bit of white in another one of the wells of your palette. So if you can keep the white separate, you see how I have mine. Here's your white. Here's your blue. Right? It's okay if you put a little white inside your blue. That's fine. That's the color we can use. It's no problem. All right.
That's white.
But you also want, in addition, a little bit of white on the side. Got it?
Yep.
Okay. And I'm just checking in. I don't want to rush ahead of you guys.
I'm still putting on the white.
That's okay. Take your time, guys. Oh, Lucia's here. Hey, Lucia. Hi, Lucia. Where is she? I don't see her. Oh, okay. Hey, Lucia, we're just getting started. So what you need, I asked everyone to pin the screen that says my name, Michelle, and it should have a piece of cardboard on it. So if everyone can do that, you need your big piece of cardboard for the background. You also need on your palette some blue paint and a little tiny bit of white paint, 2 separate piles like that. Okay? All right, give me a big thumbs up if you're ready to start so I know. Okay. All right, guys, I'm just gonna grab my paintbrush. Oh, it's actually over here. Okay. So, oh, you know what I need is just a water cup. I'm just grabbing it. It's right here. It is. Okay. So, and you guys all have the screen pinned that has my name on it, right?
Yeah. How do you pin it?
You just you click on the screen that has that, okay, and then there should be like a little box that comes up and it says pin on it on the drop down. It should come right up. I'm pretty sure if everyone pins it, it becomes the main screen. Let's try that out and see if that works.
Obviously, you don't need that.
Let me see if I can do it. All right. I'm looking at you guys in a gallery view. This way I can really see you guys while we work, but you guys should all pin my screen, okay? All right, we're going to start. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint our entire paper blue. I mean, our entire cardboard blue.
Our entire thing.
The whole thing. So just, what you want to do here is be a spot detective. Okay, so make sure that there's no little spots of cardboard color. So you just go and slowly paint along. We're just painting the whole thing blue. And you guys take your time. Don't feel like you have to rush.
Too bad my brushes. I'm gonna need more blue though. Did you mix any more of that?
I have this huge brush. But does it have to be blue?
Well, yeah, well, some kind of blue, because we're doing a nighttime background. Did you guys all see the project?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because that's what we're making. So, so yeah, you know, if you want to do the guided project with me, I would recommend sticking with a blue for your background. And of course, on your own later, you guys are always welcome to make more art and make it the way you want. It's just in our class together. It's a guided project, so that's why, you know, I recommend everyone uses the same colors. That's the reason. But I definitely encourage you all to continue exploring the arts on your own at home. Maybe having a sketchbook. Does anyone have a sketchbook? Give me a thumbs up if you have a sketchbook.
Thumbs up.
I have a lot of sketchbooks. When I was your age, I used to like to draw fashions. That was my thing.
Drawing fashions?
Yeah, drawing fashions. I used to draw all different clothing styles. I even had a name for my company. It was called Style Lot. I probably took it from something. But yeah, I was obsessed with fashion when I was your age.
Yeah, wow. It sucks up a lot of paint.
Yeah, it does.
Does she hear me?
Yeah, and you want it to be kind of opaque too, so you might need to go and, you know, do a second coat. I always recommend going back and doing that second coat so that you don't see the cardboard.
Hi, Michelle. This is Lily's mom.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I decided to play today, so
Awesome. No, that's great. It could be a Parent and Me project anytime.
Are doing this.
That sounds like fun.
Together.
That's really sweet. I actually have for summertime, just to put it out there, I have a Parent and Me series, and it's for up to like 8 years old. So she might be at the upper end of it, but
yeah, you turn 9, kid.
All right. Well, you can do any of them Parent and Me style, you know.
It's so cool, yeah.
Smart putting a towel down.
That's a great idea. I'm also teaching, I'll just put it out there, I'm teaching at Port Jeff Library virtually next Monday, and we're going to be making a flag wreath for Flag Day. So anyone can join it. You don't have to be a Port Jeff Library resident, and it's Parent and Me style, but it's for older students like you guys. So it's for like up to 5th grade. So that could be a really fun one. And it's just like an extra class, and it's free.
Extra class, cool.
And you can see it if you just go on the Port Jeff Library website. You can see it for next Monday, which is the 8th. You'll see it in the little drop down, and you don't even have to pre-register. You just show up. But there's a couple supplies you might have to buy. That's the only thing. You have to get some clothespins.
Did you learn so much black?
It is what it is.
All right. So after you've painted the whole thing, you're going to want to really look around and just make sure that you have gotten, you know, every little bit. So I'm looking at my picture here, and I really feel like a few areas could use another layer of paint. So that's what I'm up to. Adding a little bit more paint.
Well, the thing, and I just got it all out of along the thing. What's that?
Speech. What's not that? That's not. What? I think he's on doing speech. I don't know. So he can come down. Give him the link.
Be right back.
What time is it?
Sure. If you want to, but I'm sorry.
All right, I'll find it.
It's pretty.
So guys, what you're gonna want to do is just have some glue set up. So I'm actually gonna pour some glue on my palette. It looks like white paint, but this is actually glue. This is Mod Podge. You don't have to use Mod Podge. You can use any glue, but Mod Podge is a type of glue. And I'm just putting a little bit. I can always put out more, but if I put out too much, it becomes a waste, right? So I always start with a little bit. Or if you have like a glue bottle, that's fine too. Whatever kind of glue you have is just fine. I'm just kind of prepping for the next step. And after you've gotten your whole background blue, you can just use your hand and kind of fan over it.
Where do I put this?
Let me check you guys out. Can you guys all show me where you're at? I just want to see. No rush.
Here,
Cool. All right. Let me check you out. Denise, let me see where you're at.
I'm trying to turn the camera around. Hold on.
Okay. And you too, Liv. Let me check you where you're at. Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay, great. We have all different types of blues. I love it. I think the only person, Lucia, can I just also see where you're at?
Okay, no, just.
Take your time. Don't feel like I'm rushing you. So if you're all done with your blue, just use your hand and fan over. That'll help it dry a little sooner. And if you see any really clumpy spots, you can always use your brush and brush over those spots, and that'll help it dry faster.
It looks like it has spots.
And you can continuously feel it. I'm kind of tapping it. If it feels tacky or a little sticky to touch, it still needs to dry a little bit. So it doesn't have to be totally dry before the next step, but it's a good idea to try to dry it a little bit. So while we're waiting, you guys can just do that.
How would your hands look like that?
All right. Now you guys all have some newspaper, right? Or magazine?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'm just gonna kind of show you what to do in the next step. Okay, and again, I'm not rushing you, all right, but I just wanna kind of show you guys what we're up to. So you're gonna look for a page that doesn't have any pictures on it. So I just found like a pharmaceutical ad. It's just all words. That's the kind of page that you're looking for, okay? And I'm gonna show you guys what to do. You're probably gonna need actually more than one page. So look for like 2 or 3 pages that that don't have any pictures on them.
Is it okay if it does have pictures?
Yeah, it's all right if it has pictures. It's yeah, so just look around. But I would say try for none, but if you can't, you know, if it's really not happening, then it's not happening, you know. So I got my second one. Got my Better Homes and Gardens magazine, and it's got pictures of yummy, delicious food on it. Yum. And thinking about what I'm going to make for dinner. Okay. Okay.
What are we doing with the newspaper?
I'm going to show you. I haven't shown you guys yet. Okay. I just don't want to rush ahead too much. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do with the newspaper. I'm not even going to draw it first. I'm just going to start cutting, okay? And I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do. So you're going to use the bottom of this. The bottom of it is going to be touching the bottom of your paper. Just watch me first. Don't do anything yet. What you're going to do is you're going to cut some tall hills, okay? And I'll show you what I mean by that. I know I'm probably... it's probably like I'm speaking Greek to you right now. I didn't glue anything yet. I'm just kind of placing things to see where I'll put them, okay? And it's okay if the words go in different directions. So just watch me for a moment, okay? Don't rush ahead and start this yet. Just watch me here, okay? I feel like it looks like my camera is really far away from my screen, from my, you know, where I'm working, but it's not. It's actually like right here. But just watch with me. So basically, they're kind of like Mario Brothers hills. That's what they remind me of. And just don't do anything yet. Again, I'm going to show you guys how to do your layering here. And again, you're probably like, what does she mean by all this? But just stick with me for a minute. Don't rush ahead. Just watch, okay? So I just cut out like 3 hills. All right, so it's going to be the very, very background. And again, I'm not gluing anything yet, all right? I'm just assembling to see where I'll put things. Now I'm going to cut some smaller hills for my foreground. So in this project, we're working a little bit with foreground, middle ground, and background. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting more hills. I'm just continuously cutting hills. And I'm going to put some more hills in the front, okay? And I know it's probably a little bit hard to see, and I apologize for that. But just keep watching me, and don't feel like you have to be doing this right now. I just want to show you first. Okay, so I just made a layer of hills in the front that are a little shorter than the hills in the back, okay? The hills in the back need to be the tallest. They need to touch the bottom of your page, okay? And then I'm even gonna make another layer of hills in the very front. So these are gonna be the smallest ones. So it's like 3 layers of hills. This is gonna show dimension. So I'm adding a smaller one there. I know it's probably really hard to see from the camera, so I do apologize. It's just the nature of teaching this way. Little things like this can happen where it's hard to see. But so basically I'm gonna take it apart and I'll put it back together again so you guys can see what I did there. So I'm gonna turn my page, and I have kind of a small area here. So I'm just trying to keep everything together. So I'm just gonna show you guys again what I did here. So what I did to start out, and by the way, I do this on purpose. I don't like to glue things right away. What I like to do instead is play with arrangements before I glue, because once you glue, you've made a commitment. But what I prefer to do is check out all the different options before I glue. That's always my thing. Okay, so check it out. I'm gonna show you again. So these are my tallest hills. So I'm just going to see where I want to put them. I don't have any glue or anything. Okay, so now I have my middle hills. So it's up to you if there's little pictures, it's fine. The example that I used didn't have pictures, so that's why I said, you know, look for no pictures, but it's fine. You know, however you want to do it is just fine. So I got my smaller hills in the front. And then once you like the arrangement, you can go ahead and glue it down. And friends, we're working vertically, okay? You guys all understand what that means?
Yeah.
So like hot dog, not hamburger, right?
Oh my
As they say in school.
I'm gonna look at it now.
Oh, cute. Hot dog on hamburger.
That's what they say in the art class in school. I don't know why they do that, but I guess. So hot dog or hamburger. But right now we're working hot dog. It's just always been a thing. It's been around forever. It's just what art teachers say. So I remember my art teacher saying that in school too. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue these down now. So I like this arrangement. I played around a few times to get it the way I wanted, and oh, I'm just gonna grab a paper towel. Be right back.
Smart.
But the glue, this is a, whoa man, as I say, less is more situation. Okay. Probably maybe take a paintbrush and spread the glue out, because she's using something called Mod Podge, which is really, really awesome. That spreads out the glue underneath there.
Okay. Yeah, I like to have a little bit of not newspaper. I mean, paper towel, so I can wipe my brush on it. That's all. Okay, I'm gonna start gluing mine down.
You know this.
I don't trust myself to do it. This is what I'm doing. I'm treating it like
Actually, looking forward to some rainy days, because I feel like whenever it's beautiful out, all I want to do is be outside, and then I end up feeling like I need a catch-up day to catch up on my own artwork and things around my house. So these rainy days can actually be a really good thing. I know we're in some weird times right now too, but really hoping that they have school in the fall for you guys. That's all, you know, everything's figured out by then. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm just going to continue to glue my different layers of hills. So they're like Mario Brother hills.
I like this project.
It's messy.
Aren't they all? painting with the glue though. That's neat.
Okay, and I'm just gluing on my last bits of my hill here.
Still the back one? Yeah. No, still dishwasher? It's fine.
That's cute. This one has like a little kitty cat on it. I think I will actually keep the kitty cat in the front because I'm a cat lover. I don't know about you guys.
Dog and cat lover.
Oh, I love dogs too. I had a big Great Dane growing up. He was like a Scooby-Doo dog.
There's a dog right here.
Oh. All right. Got my hills.
I'm just gluing down my last one in the back. Then I'm gonna
No rush, you friends. I think I told you guys last week, but I have all of our summer online classes announced. So I hope you guys will think about joining me again and have some really fun stuff. They're all painting techniques. So so I don't have anything crafty for summer, although I'm sure we'll bring it back again at some point. It's just all painting topics for summertime. And I have a Parent and Me painting class. There's also beginner painting techniques. If you're around 9 years old, you can join the tween classes.
I'm 9.
Who's 9?
Me.
Oh, you are, Amaya? Is anyone else 9?
Lily.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so if you're 9 years old, you can think about joining the next level, actually. If you're going into like 4th grade, between 3rd and 4th grade, you can start to think about maybe moving up a level. And we have a lot more options also for the next level. I have an animal painting class. I also have one that's for fan art. Fan art's like comics or like DC Marvel characters. So my husband's gonna teach it. So we're gonna be doing like step-by-step Spider-Man and Pusheen and a whole bunch of different characters. And Groot. You guys know Groot?
Oh, I know Groot.
Yeah. So he's one of them. Or she?
Yeah, I don't really know.
Groot could be a girl. I'm not sure either. Okay. All right, so friends, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some brown paint. So when you're finished with doing your hills, you can grab some brown paint as well. We're going to be painting a tree next, so I'm going to do it with you. We'll be all guided. All right, and then once you grab your brown paint, just give me a thumbs up so I know, but don't feel rushed. I just poured a little bit on my palette. I know you can't see it. Here it is. Take your time.
Just starting to glue on the newspaper.
Oh, guys, we did tie-dye as a family the other day, so I have lots and lots of tie-dye outfits that we made together.
Tie-dye.
I made a lot for my daughter, who's a baby, so we made onesies. I made a whole lot of onesies that she fits into now, and I made some for winter, and I made a whole lot for my 4-year-old, and me and my husband. We tie-dyed about 30 things altogether.
Oh my God. Wow. That's a coincidence, because look what's under my smock.
Oh, did you make that? I loved it.
My friend's mom made it.
Oh, how great. She's very talented. It was my first time ever doing tie-dye, so, you know, I feel like I still have a lot to learn, but that's okay.
Yeah, I only did tie-dye once when I was on vacation at Camelback.
Oh, at Camelback. Cool.
I did tie-dye once, too.
I'm sure I might have done it when I was your age, but never as an adult. Liv, did you pour your brown paint?
Me? No.
Liv, not Amaya.
I'm doing it right now.
Oh, okay. How are you doing, Denise?
I'm just about to pour my brown paint.
Oh, we're missing Emily this week. I'm sorry, we're missing Emma this week. I called her Emily by accident. She told me last minute she's got a lot of schoolwork today, so she's going to join the meeting. So Emma, hello. Just want to say hi to you because she's going to watch a recording of this later. So just saying hi. You guys, can we all say hi to Emma on a count of 3? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hi.
Hi, Emma.
All right. Awesome. And how you doing, Lucia? Doing good? Is that your little sister, Lucia? Or is that you? Aw.
Okay, yeah, now I'm confused.
Aw. All right. So just checking you guys out. Give me a big thumbs up if you have poured out your brown paint, just so I know. All right.
I'm still gluing.
That's all right. You just take your time. I want to do the tree with you guys because the tree could be a little complicated. I'm going to try not to make it complicated, but I just want you guys to all be there with me when we do it. Okay?
And also, I'm doing the meeting on a new laptop my mom got me.
Oh, how nice. So you got a new laptop. That's great. That's so wonderful.
We're doing this on the new Chromebook.
Oh, yeah? We actually just got our computer that I'm on. We got it over the winter, but it's like a really big monitor one. It's a Mac.
Oh, my cousin Luca has that.
Yeah, I love it. I don't know what I did before Macs. I've actually always had Macs. All right, guys. I'm gonna start our tree. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready.
I'm literally almost done. I'm at the last row.
All right, I'll give you last couple seconds to kind of finish that up. So, friends, you're gonna want a medium brush. Just make sure there's no paint in it, but I'll just show you the size. I know it's a little hard to see, but it's just like a medium brush. It's probably the same brush you were using before.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to want a medium brush, and you're also going to want a teeny tiny detail brush. So those 2 brushes are what you're going to need for the next step. Okay. So grab your supplies, friends.
I don't need to.
All right.
And I'll paint the camera.
All right, guys. So we're going to get started with our tree. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So I poured out my brown paint. Okay. I like to dip my brush in water before I start, just so that, you know, the paint spreads a little easier. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my tree all the way on the right side. The bottom of the tree is going to be behind the hill. You guys see? Probably going to need a couple layers to really have good coverage over the blue from before. Okay, so just start with a shape that looks like this. Okay, so we're really just kind of doing the trunk here. All right.
Does it matter if I use this paint?
No, you can use whatever color you like. Okay.
Okay.
Go for it, Amaya.
I don't have any brown paint.
That's all right. Gold is cool. Okay, so I just used my big brush. Now I'm going to move on to my little brush. And with the little brush, I'm going to make branches, but my branches are going to be swirly. All right. So they're going to be swirly, swirly, swirly branches. And they can go, you know, far out.
Oh, I messed it up.
But yeah, so we're making swirl branches. If you're just tuning in, again, you didn't miss too much. We just started painting the tree. There you go. And this is a fun part. Hopefully the whole thing's fun, but I like this part. And you can make some branches, like I'm making a branch right here.
That is why he's hella crazy.
Really disappointed.
Are they gonna pick that up at like next week?
What's that?
So they're gonna just, hey. Gonna clap, please. Quiet.
All right. So you don't have to go too crazy with the tree. I might just put in like one more branch in it.
I'm done with my swirl.
Yeah, it's kind of like less is more. Yeah, I think I'll put in one more branch. It's okay if you work a little bit thick with your paint. Reminds me of the Nightmare Before Christmas, if anyone's ever seen that. It's like a Nightmare Before Christmas tree. All right. So I asked you guys to grab some yellow paper. So I'll show you what I'm gonna do with that.
Are you gonna make the moon with that?
Yeah, we're gonna make the moon. So
Gosh, Mom.
here's what we're gonna do. So it's up to you if you want to draw out your moon first, but I'm just gonna cut mine out.
Yeah, I'm not eating anything.
Right, and then I want to show you something. Whoops, I cut out 2 moons. Oh, it's like that movie. What's the movie that just came out? Onward. I accidentally cut out 2 moons by accident. All right, so I've got my moon in my picture. I want to show you guys something. So the star, I don't know if you guys know how to draw a star or not. Give me a wave if you do know how to make a star. If you've made a star before, not just like a crisscross star, but like an actual star. So I'll show you how to do an actual star, okay? But what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna fold up my paper a couple times. This way I get a few stars. So I just folded this. I should get 4 stars when it's over, but I'm gonna show you guys how to draw a star, okay? So the way I do it is I start with, oh, that's impossible to see, wow. I start with a little tiny V like that, and then I give it some arms, and then it's a V again, and it gets arms again, a V again. No, it's all right, I got it. And I'm gonna make like, so remember I did it so that when I fold it, I should get like 4. So when I cut these, let's see, I'll make one more. I should get like 12. So you start with your little V and you just give it some arms. They don't have to be perfect, but I have, it looks like 3 stars here, except I'm gonna cut them out and I should make 4 every single time I cut them out because it's 2 pieces of paper folded. You know what I'm gonna do actually? I'm just gonna cut this part out first. That'll make things easier for me. I'm all about shortcuts. I'm sure you guys have figured that out. So we're just cutting out a mess of stars. So again, if you fold your paper and do it, you'll get more stars for your, you know, for your money. It's not the right term, but I just got 4 there. I should have 4. Yeah, I should have 4 stars. Yeah. So that was just from cutting 1 out. I got 4 for 1. I'm gonna do it again. I mean, you could sit there and cut out 12 stars if you want to, but you'll be here a lot longer. So this is a way to make it go faster for you. All right. And of course you can draw a crisscross star if you want to, and you'll still get a star, and what you could do is just flip it over so you don't see the crisscross stuff. So you can, you know, flip it when you glue it. All right, so after you have your 12 stars or so, however many stars you want, you're gonna glue them around your picture. All right, so I have 12 stars. If you have 8 stars, it's fine, you know, as many as you want. And I'm just gonna wash my brush off here. And I'm gonna use my glue. I'm gonna glue my stars around. Oh, I should glue my moon. So I'm just putting my little stars around my picture. And let's work a little quick here because we're going to be bringing it home to our very last step, which is going to be the most time consuming probably. So not to rush you, but this part I'm going to ask if I can speed you guys up a little bit.
I'm getting ready to pick up the scraps.
Oh. That was my job.
And I almost cut your finger. So good job. Thank you. Whoa. I'm going down first. My first star is glued down, finally.
Yay! So you can do this part pretty quick. You know, what I've been doing is I just have some glue on my brush and I'm just putting a little dab of glue down, and then I just put a star in it. So don't think too much here. Just let it happen. Okay? And after you guys get your stars down, just show me where you're at so I can see.
I love yours. I can't get another one. No,
I'm actually probably going to make more than 4 stars.
However many or as few as you like, but don't forget my trick where you fold your paper a few times, okay? If you fold your paper too much, you won't be able to cut. It'll be too thick. But if you fold it like 2 times, you'll get 4 stars when you cut it out, which is great. We'll save you a little bit of work.
Yes. Okay, so I need my paper back.
because it shouldn't be perfect. It looks twinkly.
How are you doing, Lucia? Oh, looking great. Perfect.
I'm just cutting out my last 4 stars.
All right. I see the sisters are working together. I love it.
Yep.
I love sisterly love. Okay, checking in. Lily, how are you?
Good.
Great. And how are you, Liv? All right, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the next step. You can do it when you're ready to. You don't have to do it just now with me. I asked you guys earlier to put some white paint on your paper. So what you're going to do with the white paint is this. You're going to make some swirls in your background with your teeny brush. Yeah, a couple little swirls. I know, it's very exciting. You can swirl around your stars if you like. You can kind of do it however you like, but we're going to add some swirls. It's a very swirly picture. I think I'll swirl around some of my stars. The way I'm using my paint, I'm not using a bunch of water with it, so it kind of almost looks like crayon or oil pastel when it comes on the paper. I like that. So it's just a thought if you want to do it that way too. It's like almost like a dry brush technique. And what you can also do is draw some little dots in your background. Those would be like far away stars. I'll show you what I mean by that. So I'm going to make a couple little dots around. So you can add a little bit of water to your brush for that part. But yeah, they're just like far away stars or another galaxy somewhere.
Are we gonna like paint over the mountains like a different color?
No. So in the original that I sent you, they used newspaper and it has kind of like brown edges. But if you want to, you can paint over your the words. You can do that. If you go really light, you'll still be able to see through it. So if you add a bunch of water, so let's say you want to make the hills green, you could. That's a great idea, actually. You could put out some green paint and paint right over the paper, but add a lot of water to it so you can still see the words through it. I actually love that idea. You know what? Maybe I'll just go ahead and do that because I just think it's a great idea. I think I will. Thanks for the idea. I'm just gonna put out the tiniest bit. Whoop, that was actually a lot. Yeah, I think I will do that. Thank you so much. Who gave me that awesome tip just before? Oh, wow. Awesome job, Denise. Yeah, I'm going to do that. You guys don't have to if you don't want to, but I think I will. So I just added a lot of water. This way you could still see through. Yeah, I like that.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I like it a lot, actually. That was such a fantastic tip. So thank you very much.
Just get rid of that. Just get rid of that.
I was kind of just going by the original painting, but I even like this better. I think that's really a great idea. And then there's one more kind of time-consuming step after this. And I'm going to stay on a little bit after with you guys because I don't think we're going to finish right on time today. And of course, if you have to go because you have school or something, that's totally fine. But I'll probably go like 10 minutes after today.
Okay, I'm done with the green hill.
That, yeah, you could do it really fast. So you just add like a whole lot of water to the green and you can just go ahead and paint right over. Or you don't even have to do green. You could do a different color if you want. I just think it's a great idea.
What do you like?
I'm doing this brown.
Just mix water with it?
Yeah, a lot of water.
All right. Can you guys do me a favor and just point your camera to your picture so I could see where you're at? So I can see everyone's progress. All right, great, perfect. Oh, I love all those stars. Those are perfect, Liv. All right, very good, Lucia and sister. And okay, very good, Amaya. All right, good, Lily. All right, and Denise, let me see where you're at. Oh, perfect. Okay. All right, guys. So we're ready to move on. Here's what I'm going to have you guys do. So first things first, I want you guys to pick about 6 different colors, whatever colors you like, and put them on your palette. So let's do that fast. So just grab the first 6 colors you find, okay? And let's just put them on our palette. All right. Any colors. Doesn't matter which ones. I'm going to grab a bunch. You grab a bunch right now. Yeah. And you just need a little tiny bit of each one. You don't want a lot, all right? Because you'll end up wasting. This is like a smaller job. But we're just getting our paints ready. This way we can just fly right into the next part. It's me. No one's at your door.
Like it's me, no one's at your door. Don't worry. Like, should it be like light colors, dark colors, or just like any colors?
Any colors, anyone's. This will be the fun part.
These like the circles.
Yep, these are going to be for the circles. I am going to grab one extra color. If you want to put more than 6, you can. But I would say 6 like minimum. I'm going to grab like 1 or 2 more colors. I feel like I need a red. A little more blue.
The other one.
I'm just using the same, pretty much whatever you're using.
And there's not a lot left in the bottle. It's weird.
Yeah, I can see.
I'm just doing like rainbow colors.
Yep. I'm coming back. I didn't hear the question. Yeah, like rainbow colors. Rainbow colors are perfect.
Yeah, it's not.
All right, it's not really like red, but it's close. Okay, so I have out my colors. I just made a little tiny pile of each color. So remember, not a lot, just a little tiny bit. Now, this is the part where we're gonna make small circles. So it's up to you if you want to draw them out. I don't think you have to. They don't have to be perfect, okay? So we'll take the idea of perfection and just kind of throw it in the garbage because perfection gets us nowhere. We're gonna need about 8 to 10 circles of varying sizes, but mostly very small. So I'll just show you what I mean. So this is my first one. I'm not actually gluing this down. I'm just kind of putting it down so you could see for scale how big. Okay, so this is a bigger circle here. Actually, you can make more than 10 if you want to. Kind of actually think like the more the merrier. So I would say just start cutting them out. And again, you can have them be varying sizes. I'm just kind of dropping them on my page so I can see where I might put them. So some can be smaller, some can be larger. And like that's not perfect. Like this one that I just made here is a little bit smaller. That's fine. And the color, not the color, the edges are a little bit wonky. So you could grab a parent for this step if you want to help you cut out the cardboard if it's really challenging. It's up to you. Try on your own, you know, or you can say, hey, Dad, you know, can you cut out 5 and I'll cut out 5. Don't make your parents do all the work.
All the same size?
Yeah.
I'm going to be able to fit like 4.
My mom is cutting them out.
There you go. Or a big sister or a big brother. Those big brothers come in handy. I don't know if anyone has a big brother. I have a big brother.
I'm saying, get over here and do your work. What are they going to make? But I think but you can do that for me, and then I can trim them down. You just did this perfect. And I'll just trim them down for you. Like what I just did with what you made. Because I think you definitely need some smaller ones, right?
There you go. Your parents might have some cool ideas also that you can add to your pictures. So they don't have to be exactly like mine. I like when you guys put your own artistic voice into these. You know, of course it is a step-by-step project, but there's always room for creativity. So I want you guys to, you know, to feel free to get really nice and creative with these. So I have like, this is what it looks like with 9 circles. I am gonna cut a couple more. You could put as many or as few as you like. Yeah, lots of circles. And once you got them, you can actually glue them down. So we'll take a minute and glue them down. When you glue them down, I want you to hold each one for like 10 seconds and just push really hard on it, okay? Because otherwise it might just like peel up while we're painting them in a minute, okay?
No. Because then you get pink. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Well, I'm looking at this as a guide, but these are supposed to get flowers on the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are going to be flowers on the bottom. So I'm going to start cutting mine out in like a second. Here's a thought. I don't have yarn, but if you have yarn, you could use that for the plant stem. It's just a thought. Could be fun. Could be a way to make the project, you know, more.
With pipe cleaners.
What's that?
With pipe cleaners.
Yeah, you could use pipe cleaners. I'm gonna put out some more glue. And again, guys, please keep sending me your projects. I know I still have to post a couple from last week, and I will. So I had like the first group of people sent me their projects from last week, and I posted it like last Tuesday, and then later that night a whole bunch more came through. So I said to myself, why don't I wait a little bit before I post, you know, the same projects again. So I'm gonna do another batch probably like tonight. But send me those pictures, you know, as soon as you finish these. And then next week's our last week. That makes me sad, but
We only did this for what, like 5 weeks?
I know. No, actually, next week will be our 7th week. This is week 6. But I hope you guys will join me for summer. But if you don't, I always put like free opportunities on Facebook. I'll say join in this class today, join in that class. So you can always catch me with one of those. And I also have tons of library programs that I do. So you could still catch me for sure. Yeah. And if you have credits from spring, where you can use your credits from spring for summer.
So on a gift card or something?
Yeah, if you have a gift card.
Love it. Maybe bring the trash can.
So I'm just gluing all these down. And again, you want to hold your thumb down on each of these, or hold your finger down for a few seconds.
Just bring the garbage can over. And then that way you can sit and paint without the stuff all over you. Do you need any more circles or you're good? Well, look.
All right, so we're rolling right into the last step, which is to paint these in a crazy way. But I'm gonna guide you with it, but you guys will do these your own way. So I'm still gluing mine down. I feel like someone might have left our group. Did someone leave before? Maybe not. The order changed because my screen was in a different spot before. That's weird.
Woof, woof. Woof, woof. Give me your woof, woof, woof.
All right, you kids. I'm going to show you all some tips. So you might just want to look up at your screen, and then you can join in when you're ready. So if you're ready in 5 minutes, join in 5 minutes. If you're ready now, you can join in now, okay? I'm going to use my skinny brush only for the next few steps. I'm going to show you a way to make this real easy, okay? Because I'm all about simplifying, right? So you'll pick your first color. For me, I'm going to pick an orange for my first color. I'll dip in some water so make it very spreadable. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to choose where I'm going to put the orange in each of my circles. So each circle should have all of the colors. So I just put it in the center of that one. Now I think on this one, I'll put it on the outer edge. Okay, because I already have the color on my brush. So this way I'm not changing my colors every second because that always takes time. This one, I'll put it, you know, here. But you're gonna put that color in each of your circles. You can do the same thing. You can make a couple of your circles the same way, you know, but so I'm just kind of drawing like circles, okay? And I know that you're probably like, what on earth? But it'll come together in a second, I promise. I'm gonna do another one in the center. what in the world is Miss Michelle doing today? Okay. So this is my first color and it's orange. And you can use any color for your first color, but use your thin brush and you're just drawing circles on each of yours. And I know, again, that you're like, what on earth is she doing? But it's going to come together, I promise, in like a second. You're going to say, oh, that's what she was doing. Okay. So I'm going to get my next color, whatever color you want. I think my next color, I'm going to do some blue. Okay. So here we are. And you can put it wherever you like. So I'm going to do another circle here. So they're kind of like circle flowers. But this way you just are using one color at a time, because it makes a whole lot of sense to not change colors 5,000 times, because that'll take you a lot longer. I'm all about like work smarter, not harder, right? So in each of these, you're going to change, you know, where you put the blue, right? You get to decide. Maybe my blue is going to be like my outer rim one here. Maybe I'm going to do it here on this one.
Purple is my favorite color.
And just have fun. There's no wrong way. Yeah, it's going to look beautiful. I promise. Right now you're like, I don't know. But it will come out gorgeous, I promise. Because there's no way to do it wrong. Okay, I'm going to do my next color. Whatever color you want, you know. I'm going to use my purple next. Actually, and I have white still. You can play and mix a color. So I'm going to mix some white with my purple and make it a pastel. Why not?
This one?
And again, you guys want to be spot detectives here. Okay. You don't want to see any cardboard.
Ah, smart.
Right.
And just keep being really playful with these. And even after we get all of the circles in, there's even another step. So we'll have some fun.
Circle, circle, circle.
Circle, circle, circle. I love it.
Raining.
So the order of your colors is probably going to be different for each of your circles. The way we're doing it, it probably ensures that.
That's a good idea.
With colors on the inside.
I'm just painting everyone a different color. Oh.
There you go. Yeah, you can do that too. You can do things your own way. So like if you want to do them all different colors, you can. I'm kind of giving you tips. Next color I'm going to use is some yellow. There's a little bit of green got in my yellow, so it's kind of like a greeny yellow.
Oh, I didn't get a yellow.
I mean, you can always grab colors if you're like, oh, I wish I had that color. I mean, you can definitely still grab colors.
I'm going to take my time with this. I wish we put that.
Oh, we do.
We do. That's okay. We'll keep them in that color.
Oh, look, that pink sort of mixed with the yellow.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Marble.
So on your smaller ones, you don't have to fit every color in them, you know, like they can have fewer colors. It's okay. However, you can kind of work it out. We'll do another color. I think next I'm going to do my red, which is actually like a fuchsia, like a kind of a bright, vibrant red purple.
Ooh.
Very pretty.
But it's more of a magenta.
Yeah, it's like a magenta.
Oops.
I love working with a group that's excited about colors as I am. I heard someone go, ooh, a second ago.
Lily.
Oh, cool.
Because my pink and my blue mixed with my purple a little bit, and it actually looks really cool.
I know. You guys are like color mixing scientists right now. I think there's an infinite amount of colors in this world, kind of like there's an infinite amount of numbers. Wrap your head around that. That's my thought, though. I think you can just keep mixing forever and mix all different tones and different colors.
Circle around my red. Not there. Maybe that can be a real circle. I'm just doing like 3 colors per one because I feel like that would.
Yeah, so some of them can have fewer colors than others. You can definitely do that.
I feel like that would have been easier.
Mm-hmm.
It got really quiet, so I know you guys are working hard. So your bigger ones, you might be able to fit more colors, on them. So you're welcome to do that.
Just heard somebody roar.
Okay.
Or something.
I love the swirls that you've done. They're so pretty. Yours looks like total Starry Night.
Yeah, it is a little bit like a Starry Night. It's like its own version of it. All right, so once you guys have them all painted, what you can do, I'm going to hold this up really close. Actually, I'm going to ask my husband if he can come over and help me, but I'll just show you where I'm at so far. This camera's better. So they're all painted in, but now what I'm going to do is use a really thin brush and I can paint some designs on them, okay? I'm going to do some like real finishing touches, okay? So I'm gonna see if my husband can just be my cameraman for a second because it's just a little far away for them to see. Yeah, okay, he's gonna come in and help me. If you just can get like super close, I just want to show them how to do some of the patterns and designs that are in the picture. So you're still using just the colors that you have here, okay? Chances are you still have a whole bunch, okay? And he's coming in really close, so I'll just show you like some of the different patterns that you can do. So I'm doing some little dots on this one here. So that's like one thing. You can reuse a color that you've already used. Oh, one more thing. You want those stems. You're welcome to paint them. I'm gonna paint mine because I don't have yarn here, but you're welcome to use yarn. You're welcome to use any color. But I'm just gonna go ahead and paint mine because. And then you're welcome to paint some like stems on them too. I'm sorry, some like leaves. What do you call these? Are they leaves?
Those look like leaves.
Yeah. Maybe, I mean, you're also welcome to like mix a color to do these things. So I just mixed a little bit of white. So play, just be, you know, real playful here. Stelio said cool, he likes everyone's work.
See a secret upside down kitty cat in yours.
Oh, yep, there's a kitty cat. Meow. So, I mean, like, I'm adding, like, a couple different colors here. I mean, I'm using all different greens. Please play. Don't feel like you have to do things a certain way. You always have artistic freedom in every one of these projects. So, I'm going to do a little bit more with, like, some designs on mine. And I'll stay with you guys for, like, another minute or two. But please, please, please make sure that you send me some of your pictures from today. I want to, you know, I really want to see how they come out. Again, to hang these, one way to do it is to use a piece of yarn and a stapler, and you can just make it like really tight, like just kind of staple a piece of yarn tight on the back of your picture, and then you can hang it using a thumbtack. So that's one way you could do it. You can also stand these. So I'm actually just like sticking with my little dot theme here, because I don't seem to have like a thin enough brush to get the kind of detail that's in the original picture. But if you have like a really thin brush, you can do more. On this one, I'm doing like some little zigzags. You can also do this with a pen. That's also a thought. Like, so you can go back in with like a Sharpie later and draw some pen work on these, you know?
We have acrylic paint markers.
Oh, yep. Paint markers are like a beautiful thing. I actually have a whole paint marker course that I'm doing over the summer, which can be like super fun. Yeah, it's all about using paint markers for illustration. So that might be like a really fun one for you. Was that Amaya who said that?
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. I'm starting to know your voices. So I'm just kind of going around, just painting different details in these. I definitely recommend throwing in some fun details. It's just going to make your picture more interesting.
What?
I'm still with you. I'm just going to stay with you guys for like another minute. Oh, let me see, Denise. Oh, beautiful. Lovely. Very good job.
Since I didn't have enough blue paint, I did black.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's great. Yeah, so you guys, you always know you can change things up however you like, okay? You have artistic freedom in these projects. All right, I'm going to stay on one more minute. I have some purple here. I have a whole bunch of colors, actually, that I didn't use, and I don't know about you guys, but I really don't like a waste. It really bugs me, so I'm going to use them in my picture. You can just make your little circles nice and interesting. Just keep playing with them. All right, guys. Can you guys show me? I just want to see your final pictures, and then I'm going to sign off, and I'll end the meeting. But don't forget to send me these, okay? Send them right away so you don't forget. Wow, Maya. That's gorgeous. That is so gorgeous. Beautiful work. I love it. Wow. I'm impressed. Okay, and let's see who's on the bottom here. That's Liv. Ooh, Liv. I like how you made yours like actual flower shapes. It's so fun. Wow. Okay, I'm looking here. And Lucia, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Ooh, Lily. Oh, did you use, look, she used pipe cleaners on hers. What a great idea. What is that? Is it pipe cleaners, Lily?
Yeah.
Nice work, you guys. All right, guys, I'm going to end the meeting, and I'll see you guys next week for our very last week, all right? Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.